Well, I'm in Dennison today, Dennison, Minnesota. And today we're going to look and see if we can find where the Chicago Great Western Depot was in Dennison, Minnesota. So I'm going to show you a few things. I'm going to get you acquainted with the downtown area and work our way to where the depot was so you can kind of get the lay of the land as per the old plat plan of 1894. And once we got that down, I'll show you a map of that, and then we'll look at the town so you can kind of place where we're at on the old plat map. And then I'll put up a map of what it looks like today, and you can try and place yourself on that map of where I am walking around here in this area. And then from there I'm going to show you the Creamery, because I think the Creamery, the one hip of that old Creamery building was in this photo I'm going to show you of the old depot. So let's get started. So the first map I'm going to put up is a plat map from 1894. I want you to notice that the depot is drawn in on the east side of the railroad tracks. Then I'll put up an aerial photo from 1938, and it'll show this depot on the west side. Now the picture I have is the depot that's on the west side of the tracks. So this means one or two things. Either there was a mistake made when the map was made, or there was a depot on the east side of the tracks early on, and then a second depot was built on the west side. The only conclusions we can come up with, and history holds its secrets. So that's downtown Dennison, right over there where you see those buildings. And this street over here, I believe is First Street. I'll get down there so I can look at it close. All right, that's the area the depot was in. I'm just swinging around for reference. Now back in the day, this street was First Street, and now it's 376th Street and Goodhue Avenue. And I'm still swinging around First Street. That's where First Street was. Now you can find that on the old plat map. So now we're back on the old plat map, and you see this block in front of me, and you see that chain link fence. That chain link fence represents the last block working towards the railroad that's over there by the gas station. That's where your railroad and your depot was, off in that direction. So this would be your downtown area. I'm going to give you one more look at this. Now that's a pretty cool looking building. So this is your downtown Dennison. Okay, so I'm right about where that last block ended, going towards the railroad. And also, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have my map with me right now, but I think this is the county line. So I think if you're looking on this side of the fence, this is Goodhue County, and the far side would be Rice County. Okay, so back in the day, that's your railroad going out that way. It'd be like heading south. It'd be like heading north, right through there. Right through there is where your railroad tracks were going. Well, this little town is like busy. Yeah. Every place I go, I see something. There's a sod farm in the back and tractors coming in and out and grain trucks and everything else. You know, I couldn't find a date, a build date for that depot. But, you know, the railroad came through in, I think, 1884. I'll put up the correct date on that. And I think the depot was probably built in that, right around that time period. But yeah, can't explain the map showing it on the east and then the photo showing it on the west. So that's, like I say, history's secrets till we can find out if there was another depot. So this is the Dennison meats, and this was the old creamery back in the day, and the depot was over that way, and I'll go over there and try and line myself up with the tracks, and we'll see where the depot was. But I want you to notice the corner of the main roof of this building, not this front section, but in the back there. You'll see the hip roof on it and the chimney in the back. And I'm going to give you a couple of views on this building before we go forward. This is the backside of that creamery. I wanted to show you the chimney because it's so cool looking. And some of it's been repaired. I was in the creamery and talking with the lady that owns this place, and she was telling me she was going to tear the chimney down, but it costs more than fixing the chimney, so she thought, well, it looks pretty cool, so she decided to repair it and keep it on the building. So that's really awesome that she kept that history. And then Diane and I came down here because we wanted to buy some hamburger. They have it on sale here, and it was a pretty good price. So had to make it, so I thought I'd do this railroad video. My wife's sitting in the truck now waiting for me. Can you see her? She's waving. Anyway, while I was inside, let me get this camera fixed. While I was inside, she had some old pictures on the wall of the creamery. And you know what? I wanted to plug in a picture of the creamery back in the day so you could see what it looked like. So I asked her, hey, can I get a picture of that picture on the wall? She says, you mean a picture of a picture? I says, yeah. She says, go ahead. So I did. So the picture I put up of the creamery is credited to Dennison Meats. She's the one that let me take the picture of the picture. That's kind of cool. How old do you think that is? A Ford. I'm looking at, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe, oh, this is a hard one. 48 or 49, maybe even a 50. I don't think it's a 51, but it could be. Okay, so you were looking at the roof. Once again, those are hips that are going up on an angle. Right about there is a hip. And we're not going to look at that one, but the hip on the far side that we can't really see because this building's in the way now. But that hip comes down on the other side. And that's the hip, that corner of the hip. I think that's in this old picture with the depot. That's the only building that could have been around here that could be in there. And I did you know, look at the angle that the photo was taken and everything. So I think that that corner of this old creamery was in that photo. So this is the Marathon station, and that's the creamery. It's Dennison Meats now, and we're back to those hips on the roof. And we're gonna walk down this way just a little bit, because this highway was here back in 1894, and it's on the plat map. And so is this little road here, Goodhue Avenue. So this is where we're at. This is the corner. So if you look at that old plat map, you'll see this intersection on that map. Okay, I'm gonna fade this picture in right now. I think this is where the depot was because I can see the hip in the background. So here's that photo. And this is compliments of West 2K, so make sure you visit his website. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. I always have fun making these. And catch you on my next one. God bless you all. Take care. Have a great day. Great weekend. Bye.